Macbeth, commonly referred to as the Scottish play, is a play about the perils of ambition. It is known as one of Shakespeare's darkest plays, and tells of the damaging psychological effects of using evil to achieve ambitions. At the beginning of the play, the main character, Macbeth, a brave Scottish soldier, receives a prophecy from three witches predicting that he will soon become Thane of Cawdor, and then ultimately the King of Scotland. His wife, Lady Macbeth, is excited about the news and encourages Macbeth to remove the obstacles preventing him from being king. These obstacles are Duncan, the current king, and Banquo, another general. Macbeth believes that the witch's prophecy is a map of his future, but unfortunately he misjudges a witch's advice, and in the end his overconfidence, caused by this misinterpretation, leads to his downfall. Macbeth is a classic tragic hero, a brave soldier and a powerful man who is inherently flawed. In this, the play's most famous monologue, Macbeth is alone and pondering the murder of Duncan that he is about to perform. Nagged by self-doubt and scared of the consequences of his actions, he imagines he sees a dagger hanging before him, covered in gouts of blood, and his imagination begins to run wild. Macbeth's tone is haunting and eerie, and brings evil to the minds of the audience. The listener gets a real sense of foreboding, and truly begins to feel the witches, and Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft, and the wolves, pushing Macbeth to do their bidding, to murder the king. Macbeth knows in reality that the blood-drenched dagger he sees is not real. He even compares it to his own dagger, but he believes it is a symbol of the crimes he is about to commit. The audience begins to think that perhaps Macbeth is going to back out of the murder, but then the bell rings, the sign from Lady Macbeth that he should go to Duncan's room, and Macbeth leaves to do the deed. Is this the dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which I now draw. Thou marshallest me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes have made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade in dungeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs us to mine eyes. Now o'er the one-half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtain's sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murderer, alarmed by his sentinel, marooned by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm-set earth, hear not my steps for which they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. While I threat, he lives. Words to the heater deeds to cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.